I remember staring at Elizabeth and Jane, newly in love and kissing in the doorway. Jane catches me, I blush, she winks, and just like that, we both know. I like girls. At the time, I'm living with 13 other people in Madison, Wisconsin's only vegetarian, egalitarian, kosher Jewish cooperative house. It's called Ofek Shalom, or roughly Horizon of Peace, which I always thought was an incredibly optimistic name for a house that held 14 very opinionated, very young Jews operating on consensus. But it was a very special and unique Jewish home for me, and I found myself coming to terms with my sexuality there. But there was one catch. I was terrified to tell my mother. I was pretty sure she was going to take the news that I was a lesbian as evidence that she had failed as a mother, and be filled with all kinds of fear and worry. And I really didn't want to upset her ever since my father passed away 2 years earlier from a very long illness with cancer. And this news was going to be upsetting. So I devised a plan to normalize lesbianism for my mother. It started on our weekly phone calls. Hi, Mom. Yeah, I got an A on that paper, and this week in class, we learned about lesbians. Mom said nothing, so the next week. Hey, Mom, yeah, the food here is not so bad. And I made a new friend. She's a lesbian. Mom said, huh? This goes on week after week after week. I say lesbian, lesbian, lesbian in the most upbeat and positive way I can. And then finally, hey, Mom, I joined a new feminist activist group. We're defending the rights of lesbians. And Mom says, "Oi, Robin, what are you doing?" A few weeks later, I come home for a visit. At the end of the visit, we're sitting in Newark Airport. This is back in the day where you had smoking sections beside the gate. And we have to sit in the smoking section because Mom is an avid smoker. Ever since Dad got sick, she's added a little something to her exhales, sort of a cross between a sigh and a trumpet playing. And so if you can imagine at the end of a long day, you might hear, brr, or when I got my ears double pierced, it sort of sounded like, brr, brr. But the most trumpeting I ever heard was when my mom had her hysterectomy, and it was like, for like days on end. So here we are, that's a little bit of my mom. We're sitting in Newark Airport, and there's an announcement that comes over the PA system from a rather effeminate sounding voice, male voice. My mom turns to me and she says, "Fegele, no?" "Mom," I say with all my newly minted lesbian feminist righteousness, "how can you say that? That's based on hurtful stereotypes." Robin, if they don't talk like that, how do you think they're going to find one another? Mom, there's a lot of ways gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgendered people find each other. There's the pink triangle, there's a rainbow flag, there's a double women's symbol, a double men's symbol, there's an axe, it's pointing on both sides, not sure why. And I go on, and I name every gay symbol known throughout history. Robin, will you do me a favor every once in a while and look at a heterosexual? That was it. I mean, that was Mom's way of asking me if I was gay. What am I going to say? All right. Mom, I really, really love you, and I never want to upset you, and I always want us to be close, but I don't want there to be lies, because lies are so bad, but I really want us to be close. And I go on, completely filled with nerves. Spit it out, Robin. Mom, I've been questioning my sexual orientation, and I think I'm attracted to women. You know, Robin, you can question, and the answer can be no. You know, Mom, I'm actually pretty sure the answer is yes. Yeah, I like women. Thank God your father isn't alive to see this. And that moment of silence is punctuated by the boarding call for my flight. Mom, do you still love me? Do I still love you? Of course I still love you. Come here, come here. She gives me a big hug and a big kiss, and I walk on the plane. And I cry the whole way back. Because on one hand, my mom still loves me, and that's a huge relief. On the other hand, there was a lot of trumpet playing in a very short period of time. She is definitely upset. And I realize I've just gone and become that kid she's going to worry about a lot. Over time, I also come to realize that my mother is the daughter of Jewish immigrants who came to this country escaping the pogrom. And she wants nothing more for me than I be happy and I be safe. And she's pretty sure that I'm guaranteed a hard and unhappy life as a lesbian. And because I insist on being so out, I put my life in mortal danger. I remember this one time I had come home and I was getting ready to go into New York City. There was a big anniversary march for the Stonewall riots. I am proudly wearing a bright white t-shirt with a golden yellow star, in the middle of which is a hot pink triangle. My mother takes one look at it and says, "Hey, Robin, take it off. What are you doing?" "Mom, I'm going to the march." "Take off the t-shirt." "Mom, didn't we learn anything throughout our history to be proud of who we are as Jews?" "Take it off, Robin, please. It's like you're wearing a giant target on your shirt." And I remember, of course, the pink triangle was used as a mark by the Nazis to mark gays, just as the yellow star was used to mark Jews. So I took off the t-shirt, folded it, put it in my backpack, and changed into it on the train. And that's how things went for a while. Mom kept asking me and worrying about me and wanting to know if I had to be so out. And I continued to be an out activist, looking for new and more creative ways to reassure my mother that I was going to be fine. Then one day, kind of out of the blue, I get a phone call. "Hello, Robin. I went to a PFLAG meeting." I couldn't believe it. My mother finally went to a support group for parents and friends of lesbians and gays. PFLAG. I'd only been asking every day since I came out. This was very exciting. But then she went on. It was very strange. I drove an hour away. I walked into the basement of a Protestant church, and the room is filled with Jewish mothers. And I thought to myself, what are we doing down here? It's like we're all hiding. Don't we love our kids? Now, I have to admit, I had this bizarre and unrealistic fantasy that my mother would go to a support group, she'd make some friends, she'd talk about her feelings, grab a cup of coffee. No. But in her own way, this was huge progress. A few months later, my girlfriend and I had gone off to a big party that the Human Rights Campaign threw on the night that Ellen DeGeneres came out, both in real life and under her sitcom. And as we walk in the door, the phone is ringing. I go pick it up. "Hello? Robin, they stole it from us." "Mom, what happened? Who stole what? Are you okay?" "That Ellen DeGeneres, she stole it from us." "Oh, God, Mom, you're right. We did it first in the airport. I came out to you in the airport. Aren't you glad I didn't use the loudspeaker?" "Oh, my God, I would have killed you. I would have killed you right there." and we both have a very big laugh. And it's in that moment there, that I know my mom, she's never going to stop worrying about me, but maybe, just maybe, my being a lesbian will no longer be a reason to blow her invisible trumpet.
Mistakes to you other kids all across the land. There's no need to argue, parents just don't understand.